Hey everybody, and welcome back. And welcome to my channel, Ulazi the Advocate. I'm Dr. Nasia Serencioni Ulazi. And this is going to be very short. I'm really here to let folks know what is going to be happening and kind of what I'm evolving into and what I'm working on within myself at this time. The other day, I created a video and I talked a little bit about my journey with self-advocacy. And right now in this space and time, it's interesting because as I'm evolving, I'm noticing that people around me are changing because my responses are different to them. Their responses are now different to me. And it's very interesting, but I'm continuing on this journey of becoming a advocate, a self-advocate, just to show up in the world more powerfully. So I talked to my dear friend, Maya Monet Gavin. She's a podcaster and a YouTuber, and she is a mental health professional. So we have been talking a lot about trauma and how trauma can prevent people from showing up as a powerful self-advocate. So on this coming week, Thursday, February 11th, 2021, at 2 p.m. we're going to be doing, and that's 2 p.m. Central Time, we're going to be doing a Facebook Live. And I wrote down here the things that we are going to touch on relating to advocacy. We're going to really dive deep into changing that inner dialogue. It's very important, and I hope people, if you watched the video I did the other day, I hope you took it to heart, and I hope you are starting to write those powerful, affirming words. I am power, I am peace, I am love. Remember, I want you to do it for 40 days. First thing in the morning, wake up. For 40 days, I want you to write those affirming I am statements. And you're going to write them as nouns, not as verbs. Again, I am power, I am peace, I am presence. Keep doing it, and let's see what shows up after that 40th day. Another thing that we're going to talk about is forgiveness of ourselves. And really what we're trying to get at is this work is an inside job. We're not focusing on others yet. We're going to get ourselves together. We're going to talk about self-care versus being selfish. Self-care is incredibly important, but the barrier can be to self-care is that some people feel that if they're engaging in self-care, they're being selfish. So we're going to talk about what the differences are. And then what we're really going to get into is trauma responses. Let me break it down real quick without going too deep. We're going to talk about the four trauma responses: fight, flight, freezing, or fawning. So when you have been traumatized or when you're in stressful experiences, what do? I can tell you what I do, but let me describe them first. So do you fight? Do you tend to get angry or aggressive? Do you engage in flight? Do you run away from the situation? Do you freeze? Do you just stop and you don't do anything? Or do you fawn? Do you over-accommodate people and try to make people feel comfortable at the expense of yourself? I can tell you what I do. When I find myself in stressful situations that trigger that trauma response, I tend to freeze. And my freezing looks like I don't say anything. I've also tended to fawn. Now, I will tell you that that piece is loosened its grip over me a bit, but I'm still working on it. And that's what Maya and I are going to talk about. How do you get past, if like me, your trauma response is to freeze and not say anything, what steps can you take to get over that? This is what she offered to me. And I think it's very powerful advice. She said, if you are confronted with something and you just don't have the words to address it right there in the moment, she recommends just saying, you know what, saying to someone, you know what you just said or did is making me uncomfortable. I don't want to address it right now, but we need to talk about this. Because for me, what I have tended to do is someone will say or do something and I won't say anything, and I will walk away thinking of about 100 things I should have said. And it just brings up a lot of regret and shame about not dealing with it. So I may not be able to address the whole situation in that moment, but what I'm learning is the next step just may be to say, you know what, that made me uncomfortable. We'll have to talk about that later. That gives me an opportunity to, one, advocate for myself, and two, give myself that processing and thinking time to really address it powerfully. So that is a tool that I think I can use. But there are other ways to address it based on where you're at and what your needs are. So I am so hoping that many of you who follow me will be able to join us for that Facebook Live. Again, it's myself and Maya Monet Gavin. It will be Thursday, February 11th at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm really looking forward to, working with Maya and engaging in this work. And I'm looking forward to bringing others in on this journey. So I am going to say goodbye because I have a ton of work to do. I'm recording this on a Sunday, but I wish, if you happen to watch this Sunday, I wish all of you an amazing week. Peace and blessings to you. Until next time, bye-bye.